The Simpsons. I asked you guys on Instagram a couple of days ago if you wanted a review or a tutorial on the new Simpsons collection from MAC, and you all said both, so we're gonna do both. Starting with the review. Now, I will be the first person to admit that when I heard that MAC was coming out with a Simpsons collection, I thought it was super gimmicky, super silly, and like, MAC has been getting for the past couple of years really ridiculous with the amount of collections they come out with. But I mean, I remember when they did Hello Kitty and Fluffy, and it was like cool because it was a character thing, and then it's just kind of gotten a little bit crazy. So when I heard The Simpsons and MAC, it was like MAC's standards have just gone down. To be honest with you, that was my initial thought. Fast forward to understanding that the reason it's coming out now is because the newest season comes out soon, I believe. But more so, at least for me, is because of the marathon that FXX is doing, which is every Simpsons episode ever. And I can tell you, I have had FXX on my TV pretty much just whenever my TV's on. It's just that because I grew up with The Simpsons. I haven't watched The Simpsons in years and years, but for the last couple of days, it's been like my golden years for The Simpsons. And almost every episode I've seen before. And it brought back a lot of memories. Like last night I watched one that was with NSYNC, which it was the Join the Navy one. And there's just been a lot that have just been really nostalgic to me. So that made me even more excited for this collection. And then I opened it all, and it's actually impressive. And as I'm sure a lot of you know, MAC can be completely hit or miss with their collections. Sometimes they're great. Sometimes it's like, what were you thinking? Anyway, so let's get into all the products. This collection has 2 eyeshadow palettes, 4 lip glosses, 2 blushes, some nail decal stickers, and some lashes. So I'm going to start with the eyeshadow palettes. I've liked the way that MAC has collection, like character collaboration, I guess is the right word, palettes lately. They look like this. And they, so these ones say The Simpsons. They've got Marge's eyes and a little bit of her hair. They are that iconic Simpsons yellow. And then you open them, and they've got a nice hinge, so you can actually use the mirror. It's very sleek, and then it's got 4 eyeshadows, and all of the eyeshadows have Marge's face, the same exact look, except her eyes are like half open, and she's kind of giving you shade. Imprinted on the eyeshadows. Now those won't last, so when I applied my makeup today, I just used the bit out of her hair so that the actual impressed image will last longer. So there are 2 different palettes. One of them is the one I just showed you, which is all like purples and blues, and then the other one is very, very green. So let's start with the purple one. This palette is called Marge's Extra Ingredients Quad. The first one is called Harpooned Heart, and it is a light baby pink luster. Very frosty, and the color itself is very sheer, but there's a lot of shimmer. Next is Sexy PB&J, which is the weirdest name for an eyeshadow that, well, no, we're probably going to get weirder here, but that's pretty weird. That is a mid-toned violet. That's the color I have on the lid, and I don't have a base underneath it, so it applied pretty well. I think it would have looked better if I did use like a white pencil base. Beehive Blue is the next one, and I'm assuming that's supposed to be like Marge's hair. And that is a bright, described as a bright blue. I would say it's a little bit darker than a bright blue. It kind of matches my shirt, actually. And that is the Velux Pearl finish, so it is a very smooth texture. And then the last one is Vivacious Vacuum Cleaner. These are Vivacious Vacuum Cleaner Bag. These are the weirdest names, but it's The Simpsons. So I was actually impressed with the colors here, because a lot of the times you get some that are not so pigmented, and they all are pretty pigmented, except the vacuum cleaner one was the least of the pigmented colors. Words. Okay, the next one is called That $1 Trillion Look. The first color here is called Lisa's Spikes. Lisa's hair is not green. That color I have right here in the inner corners. It is described as a lime green, and that's pretty accurate. I have it over a white pencil base, so it is a little bit more pigmented than it would be if you applied it just on its own without any extra help. But I was surprised because when I applied this, I really thought it was going to be very sheer, and it really held up. So I was happy with that one. Next one is Apple Squishy. That's a mid-tone Kelly Green. This shade I really, really like. And it's got nice color payoff, and it's a really interesting color. That probably will be, if I do another look on my blog, which I'm planning to, that will probably be the main color because it's a very neat color. Next one is 201 Greyhounds, which is an olive green. I have that applied just a little bit underneath the dark color on my lower lash line. It reminds me of Golden Olive from MAC. It's got a lot of shimmer and good texture. The last shade is Chalkboard Dreams. This is a really cool color. So they describe it as, that must be a typo, it says Deep Blackened Teak. I love the shade Teak. I'm gonna assume teal. But it's got a lot of shimmer. So what I did with that color is I applied a black eyeliner pencil and smudged it out and then just pressed it on top. And then it's also just smudged out a little bit, blended out rather, in the outer corners up here. I like that shade a lot. If you wanted to really get the sparkle to show though, you'd want to use a sticky black base and then press it on. And then you could probably get that glitter to really shine through. So those are the eyeshadow quads. They are $44 each. So $11 in eyeshadow. That's not bad. I think these are cool. If you like The Simpsons, this collection is actually, you know, obviously you'll want to check it out. But I am impressed with both of those eyeshadow quads. And I'm going to tell you, I didn't think I was going to be. Next up are the blushes. First blush is Pink Sprinkles. The sprinkles I thought were not pink. It's the frosting that's pink. This is called a Cute Pink Blush. I have this on right now. And, you know, it's just good MAC formula on the blush there. There's not really any shimmer or sparkle, and it applied really nicely. The next one is Sideshow You, and this is more of a coral shade. Again, it is a satin, and this one is available online only, just so you know. And each of the blushes are $24 each. I think they're nice. I like that they come in kind of a compact with the mirror, but I don't know if they would be on my like you must buy list. They're not anything super special. Next up are the lip glosses. So these are also in special packaging here. So you've got Marge's, you got more of Marge's hair, but not all of her hair. It would be cool if they made it go all the way up, although that'd be too much hair. The first shade is Itchy and Scratchy and Sexy. Neither of those things sound sexy. This is an electric blue violet, and it has some sparkle in it as well. Then we have Red Blazer, and this one, I remember the episode that this one is referencing to. Although this is not a red shade. This is definitely more of a fuchsia, but it is very bright. Fits like the cartoony kind of aspect, I think. Next is Grand Pumpkin, and this is an electric coral. And then the weirdest one here is Nacho Cheese Explosion, which is exactly what I want to rub all over my mouth. This is a really interesting yellow lip gloss. Lime yellow. It's not really a golden yellow. I have this on because how could I do a look without this? And I mixed it with Grand Pumpkin because I really did not like this just by itself. It's kind of cool, and because they mixed, it made like a lighter orangey coral shade. So together, these two are really cool, and I do like them. This, I think, would be neat to have because you don't see yellow lip glosses very often, and it's not super sheer. It is sheer, but I was expecting it to be very like golden, like glittery and sparkly. It's not like that. So this is kind of a cool color to get and to apply it over a different color. So maybe like a red or a pink, something like that to kind of change the way it looks. Each of the lip glosses are $16.50 each. The last thing in this collection are the lashes. Now these are just number 7 lashes from MAC, but they have special packaging. I'm wearing them right now. The special packaging is the only thing that's different. I don't think you need these. These are nice lashes. They have a really thin band, so they're really easy to apply. But they're $18.50 each, and there is no reason for you to pay $18.50 for a set of lashes because you can get lashes for like $2 each, like red cherry and stuff. So don't buy MAC lashes. They're nice, but I don't think that they're worth it. Okay, so overall, for the most part, I really like the stuff in this collection. I really like the eyeshadow quads, and I will be using those. I'm going to start doing, or attempting to do, daily looks on my blog because I mean I have a child right here that is 2 months old right now, And so I really have not been doing my makeup, and I just did this tutorial and it was like, wow, I really miss doing my makeup. So I'm gonna get myself back into makeup shape by doing more looks on my blog, if not tutorials. And so I'm going to definitely do at least one more with both of these because I really do like them. I think they're very fun. The colors are nice and bright and pigmented, and there's a lot of things you can do with both of the palettes. Each one, because they are so like cool toned or green, there's a lot you can do, but together I think that they're really fun because green and purple kind of play off of each other, like the look I have on right now. So my must-haves for this, I would say the Nacho Cheese Explosion is so cool and unique that you should get that. I also really love that $1 Trillion Look palette. The Marge's Extra Ingredients is nice too, but I feel like these colors are a lot more common than these ones, especially this one. I really like that. Actually, no, I like 3 of these a lot. So this one I like a lot more. All right, so there's my review and photos and all that jazz. There will be more photos on xSparkage.com if you're interested. Let me know if you are planning or if you already have picked up anything from this collection. I need to review more MAC stuff because people are always interested in it, and sometimes there's some really good stuff like these. I really like these, and I am very surprised that I like them because I'm sure I'm not alone, and like I said, I really was expecting this to be crap. Alright, I'll see you guys later.